welcome back to At Home with Cici. My name is Cici, mama to 3 amazing humans, and among other things, a homeschooling parent. This is my littlest one who is in the thick of homeschooling at the moment. Today's video is going to be a lesson with us, and the lesson is Spanish. We have been gifted 2 packs from from 1/3 Stories and we are going to be opening and going through kit number 3. So thank you to 1/3 Stories. Just a little bit about them. They do kits for a few European languages.
Yeah, and might be very exciting, that story.
It might be very exciting, you're right, exactly. We've chosen Spanish because we're trying to learn Spanish.
Yeah, and we're trying to learn Spanish because we love Spain, and it's very hot Spain, and we want to go to Spain because we're very cold.
Well, I'm hot today.
Yeah.
Because it is the height of summer, and yesterday was the hottest day of the year.
Yeah.
But we do love Spain, and we do love Spanish. You're right.
And also, we love to see some beautiful animals, lions, giraffes.
Yeah, they don't really live in Spain though, those ones. But anyway, we've chosen the Spanish one. This is kit 3. So we're going to go through the lesson together with you, and then when we're finished, I'll give you my feedback.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so let's open up. All right, so in every box you get a little plastic bag. Plastic, not great, but it's nice to hold each kit inside because it comes with an activity book, the actual physical story, and then you have access to an audio, which is great because if you don't speak the language, you don't want to mispronounce any of the words. So there's a native speaker who narrates the stories online. You just have to, on each book it has a little website link for you to go to where you can listen to that specific story. So there's the bag, it says Spanish 3. And then book number 3 from 1/3 Stories is Wilma the Whale. The Watery Tale of Wilma the Whale. And I guess the reason they're called 1/3 Stories is because throughout the book it's in whatever language you speak, whatever language you're coming from, and then they introduce page by page more and more of the language you're trying to learn. So in our case, Spanish. The first page, for example, will just be all in English, and then as you turn the page, the bold words rather, show the Spanish words. All English words. And this page is all English, and then as you turn, you can see all these bold words are all the Spanish words. And then by the end of the story, you have full sentences in Spanish, but still English throughout as well. And the way they do it is that as you're reading, it's a more natural way to hear the words they say. So for example, from the first book, how the dinosaur got his shoes, they will say the dinosaur's amarillo shoes. So they're putting the colour in the place where it makes sense for a child to hear. So you're listening out for the colour, and they say the colour in Spanish. It's a more natural way of learning, similar to how you learn your mother tongue. And then also at the end of the book is the glossary with all the translations, which is really nice. And on the audio, they read the glossary as well, so you can hear everything again in native tongue. Then next comes the activity book. Hold on, not yet. Next comes the activity book. And inside we have search party. So you're looking for, or you're going over the numbers in with the digit and then the Spanish word, and then you're looking for how many of each. So how many rosa fish, how many pink fish, and then you've got the numbers here to refer to.
Can I see?
Looks nice,
Let
isn't
me
it?
count them.
All right, you count the rosa fish.
These.
This is rosa. I think there's only one pink fish. Uno.
No.
Where's another pink fish? That's the
One.
same one. That's purple, morado. How about the verde fish, green? How many green fish count in español? In español?
No.
Where to in Spanish?
Uno, dos, tres.
Tres. Tres verde fish. Okay, oh, and then we have Under the Sea family tree. So it's got the words for family members, and then you can draw a picture to match each of those. And then it's got a craft activity and some food as well, although we wouldn't say this is food or these are food in our house because we are vegan. And then a little game, which is fun.
Can I see on the other page?
And then in the last page is message in a bottle, which is more word work, but lots of consolidating, which is really nice. You can have a look. There you go. And then you also get these flashcards. They come as a sheet, but then you just have to fold them and easily tear. Really well made. So on this side you have the English, and then behind you have in Español. Family, la familia. And I think it's nice that they come like this. You can make them yourself, you can get your child to do it, but also it just means that they're ready and nice, rather than they're more easily ruined, I think, if they were to come as flashcards. And then you just have a nice colouring activity here. Each kit is a little bit different. You always have the book and each kit is different. You always have the book, the activity book, the flashcards, but then there's an extra activity that is always different. But the theme and the general idea is the same, and the contents are very similar, which is very nice because you know what to expect. But it's you're working on different words, but you're working on different words and different topics, themes each time, which is really, really nice. So that's what the box includes. Let's get on with the story. Okay, so when you open to the title page, the website to get the audio is here. I'm not going to show the whole thing because I'm guessing you have to buy it to get it. And then it takes you to this site. Let me just go back to show you. These are the 4 languages they do. And you click on your language for Wilma the Whale. And then let's play.
The Watery Tale of Wilma the Whale, a 1/3 stories book. Written by Jessica Bancroft. Illustrated by Hannah Hutchins. Translated by Clara Criado Escriba. Accompanying audiobook narrated by Lorraine Ansell. Wilma the Whale felt like a misfit at school. Her mother and father both had rojo tails. But Wilma didn't have a rojo tail like her mama y her papa. Her grandma and grandpa both had verde fins. Papa made lunch. "Time for el almuerzo," he said. "Who likes los sandwiches?" "I have una mamá y un papá. Tengo un abuelo y una abuela. Y tengo 5 hermanos y 5 hermanas. But I'm so different from all of them. They're better off without me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Un abuelo, una mamá, un papá."
No, my mama. Bien.
Okay, so the first activity says Wilma is playing. Where's Wilma? There she is. Wilma is playing hide and seek at school, but she's having a hard time finding her friends. Can you help her find all of the different coloured fish? Can you do it? Remember to write how many fish of each colour you find in Espanol, in Spanish. Okay, so it says here, how many naranja fish? So naranja is what colour?
Orange.
Orange.
One.
Count in Espanol.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Cuatro is 4. Cuatro. Yes, okay, take your pen. So there are 4 naranja fish. Last sound is t. Cuatro.
Oh.
Yeah.
D.
That's a B. So the next one is, you've got D, then it's good. Great, Wilma. Page says, now Wilma has a friend. She's looking for a new pen pal, which is someone you write letters to. Can you write her a message in a bottle? So when people put messages in a bottle, it's because they send it on the sea, because the glass bottle will float across the ocean and then someone will find it, open it up and find the letter inside. So she's going to write, she wants you to write a message in a bottle to introduce yourself. So first we're going to fill in English and then we're going to write the letter in Spanish because Wilma speaks Spanish. So we're going to practice our letter in English and then we're going to write it in Spanish too.
No.
Okay, so now it says the same letter but in Spanish. So it says, Querida Wilma, dear Wilma, me llamo, what's your name? Tu nombre es?
Maya.
So you'd say, me llamo Maya, you say it.
Me llamo Maya.
Me llamo Maya. Then you write Maya. So that is all we filmed of Maya doing the 1/3 stories, kit 3, The Watery Tale of Wilma the Whale. So this is kit 3, that's the 3rd kit we've been through and Maya really enjoys them. You might have seen in another video that she often asks to have the audio playing while we're having lunch or breakfast in the morning. Sometimes she asks for that while we're eating breakfast too, if she's not using her Yoto player or I'm reading a story. So she really enjoys the stories. The actual storylines are a little bit far-fetched and don't necessarily align with a Montessori way, which prescribes to the idea of realism and realistic stories that make sense in a real world. But they are fun and they are really creative in how they incorporate the language. So we really like these kits. I would recommend them. They do either one-off buying, like a one kit, one buy, one purchase. They do 6-month subscriptions and 12-month subscriptions, and obviously the longer the subscription, the lower you're paying per month. As with all subscriptions, you get a better deal if you commit to a longer time. We're definitely going to carry on, but it's not going to be our only way of learning Spanish, but it is a really easy and natural way to introduce language to your child through stories, which is aligned with Charlotte Mason way, which is another style that we have in our homeschool, where literature and books and reading are how we learn. The activity books that come with the kit are really nice. They're very colourful, very bright, and they make sense to the story. I can't tell what age it's for, if that's how you go by things, but for my little one who's just turned 4, I would say if they're already writing and doing activities like this, then it works. But it can definitely go on to even up to 10, I'd say, because of the fact that you're learning a whole new language. So even though the activities might seem basic, the actual learning that you're doing in them is more complex because you're learning the language. So yes, that's 1/3 stories. I'll put a link to the website down below. Go and have a look. There are 4 European languages that they're currently doing, and I would recommend at least getting the free sample, which is the Duck's Journey. I will say some of the audio of the narration doesn't always match the words, the text in the books, but it's the same gist. So it must have been, you know, the narration is done after, maybe they've made some changes. But other than that, I have no qualms with One Third Stories, and the stories are lovely, it's well written, and the narrator or the narrators of the audiobooks are great, and Maya likes them, so that's all that matters. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you're having a lovely time in your life wherever you are. I hope you're peaceful and happy, and buenos dias, noches, tardes, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.